Hi everyone. Say hi out there. So we're just chilling in the garden, and I wanted to come on and just do a separate vlog about yesterday. So for those who haven't seen my intro, this is little Arthur. He's 5 months old, and he has a brother, Sydney, who's 3 years old, and I'm currently on maternity. So yesterday I went back to work, I went into work to speak to my bosses just about sort of, what's good for me, what I think I could do. Before I fell pregnant with this little squidge, I was working full time. I mean, I was only with the company probably about 8 weeks before, until I found out I was pregnant. So, yes, big shock. 8 weeks into a brand new job, a really, really incredible job with a fantastic team as well. So I was super grateful to find them, and then the nausea started, and I was like, oh my goodness. I remember one morning I felt really poorly, and I hadn't had breakfast, and I was like, God, I went to Sainsbury's, it was on the weekend, and I went to Sainsbury's and I was like, what do I fancy? Like, I've got to eat something, maybe I'm coming down with a bug. And I just headed to the fridges to get myself a tub of coleslaw, and I was like, oh no, that's a craving right there. And I craved the same with Sydney. It was always apples, carrots and coleslaw, so I was like, oh no. So yeah, anyway, this bundle of cuteness, chubbiness came, and he was born 25th of March. I had 2 weeks off prior to him being born, and obviously I am looking to return to work December. So after I had Sydney, I returned to work full time, because for me, working is just something that I need to do. I feel like my time that I have with them is more quality time if I work and have a bit of me time. I do enjoy working. I love, I just love to be at work basically. And I thought obviously I'd return full time after I had this one as well. Sydney's now at preschool 2.5 days a week, and then he's with my mum and my mother-in-law, so both of his grandparents, on 2 days during the week. So he's kind of really busy during the week now. But obviously, what do we do with this one who's learning how to blow raspberries? So yeah, I've been like really weighing up my options as to what do I do? Do I return part-time or do I return full-time? I've never ever worked part-time, so it's a really, really odd feeling. But when you weigh up everything, we'll be covered for like 3 days, where we don't have to pay out for childcare for this one. But the 4th and 5th day, we would have to pay out childcare. And a nursery, I work, normal out like 8:30 until 5, so it would have to be nursery. And that most nurseries are pushing around £55 for a full day now. So by the time I've paid for the nursery fees, my petrol and car park just to go to work, am I going to actually be making any money? So I sat down with like my pen and pad and like tried to work out what days, rotating, doing this, doing that, and working out how much it would cost me to actually go to work. Look at his fluffy hair, he's so funny. So I was trying to do that, and then I thought, well, what's the point? Like, there's no point trying to sit there and rack my brains. Like, I just need to go into work and speak to them. And I mean, I'm so lucky that I can just be like super open. I know they'll be honest with me, what works, what doesn't work. So that's what I went into yesterday. We had like an hour's chat. I would say a meeting, but it's just a lovely chat. So when I came away, what I came away with was the thought of part-time. And I know in my mind that part-time is going to be best, because in all honesty, I don't know if I could handle trying to get a 3-year-old and him and myself looking presentable 5 days a week, by 7:30 in the morning. I just think come Saturday, I'll just be completely faced. So I do think 3 days is best for me, but I just wanted to come on and just see like what other people, what they do, how they fit it around, like working with 2 children. Yesterday I kind of described it as when the kind of like the week or 2 weeks before I got married, obviously super excited, and then I was thinking, my maiden name was Shlomo, and then I was thinking, oh my god, I'm going to become a Tyrrell, which is cool because the amount of times I have had to spell Shlomo, oh my lord, I was like, god, I want to get rid of that name. But like a week or 2 weeks before we were due to get married, I was like, oh my god, like part of me, part of my identity is going to be lost, if that makes any sense. And I don't know whether it's kind of that fear of getting married or what it is. It wasn't cold feet, Nick, if you're watching, obviously I always knew I was going to marry you. But yeah, I was just like, oh my god, I'm losing a part of me, I'm losing my identity. And I think that's how I felt yesterday. Like, I felt really mumsy by like considering part-time work. Does that even make sense? I don't know. And I've slept on it. I just had a really strange feeling yesterday. Like it's a lot changing. And I think Sydney's starting preschool this week. He's been at preschool for like 6 months, but he just done half a morning once a week. And then Monday I took him, there was all these new children, he was like staying for lunch, and he just rocked up like he was totally fine. I think it's just all been really odd for me this week, and I feel kind of strange. I suppose it's a lot changing, isn't it? And I mean, if my 3-year-old can cope, I'm pretty sure I should be able to manage it, shouldn't we? Yes, you say, mummy, stay at home with me. So yeah, so we spoke about me doing 3 days a week, and yeah, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so strange. But today I suppose I feel a lot more relaxed, that, you know, I'm not kind of counting down the days until my maternity goes and thinking, oh my god, you know, I'm not going to spend that time. Like, Sydney's had 3 years of me, even though I worked full time. I had 10 months off with him, went to lots of baby groups, and you know, it's obviously been a lot busier. And Arthur hasn't had that, so I do think, you know, I need that time. He is going to be our last one. Like, I will not have any more children. So yeah, and I think like with the maternity, me returning to work, I don't feel as much pressure because I'll still have 2 days off during the week where I've got Arthur, and obviously Sydney's going to be at preschool, and I think I'm coming round to the idea of working part-time. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you how I felt yesterday, because it was a really odd feeling. Even though I kind of had, subconsciously, I was thinking, yeah, part-time's good for me and I can do that. But when it came down to it, like confirming it yesterday, yeah, I'll do part-time, I felt just sad, a little bit lost and not like me. So yeah, it'd just be interesting to see like what everyone else does, how they fit it around. You know, returning to work is super scary anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, and that was it really, guys. Just share with you how I felt yesterday, and obviously Arthur just wants to tell a story to me. He's so awake. Yes, so anyway, guys, he totally knocked my phone off the table. Getting a bit excited. But yes, that was it. That was the end of the vlog. Just sort of talking part-time work, full-time work, part-time mummy. I guess I'm just going to have the best of both, you know. I'll have those 3 days where I'll be at work, I'll be me, and I'll have an hour's lunch break. What will I do with my time? I'll probably go shopping for them. Oh, and I will probably just check in to see how they are, to be fair. But yeah, I think 3 days where, you know, I'm my own person. But then I've still obviously got the 4 days with them all, so I do think it's the best of both worlds. And I keep telling myself, you know, in another year, like Sydney's going to be at school full time, so I need to up my hours, like I can do, but I'm sure I'll get used to working part time. But yeah, I just wanted to share it all with you. Don't know whether you all feel the same, if you've ever felt like that, but yeah, let me know in the comments below, guys. Oh, maybe it's time. Is it time for bed? Is it time for bed? Shall we go night? Yes. Yeah, we'll take this little munchkin to bed, shall we? Say night night, everybody. Night night. See you guys.